Hey, welcome back to Laggin Out, guys. My name is Hiro, and you're watching the Laggin Out. I'm just going to break down the Metroid timeline. If you have not yet, I would ask you to hit that subscribe button and then click that bell to get notifications. They released this game called Metroid. And then Metroid Zero Mission came out. Metroid Prime. This then leads into the next game, which was Metroid Prime Hunters. It came out in 2006. The Galactic Federation in this game receives apparently a telepathic message, and it's a distress signal. They hire Samus, the bounty hunter. By the time Zero Mission came around, she had left the Galactic Federation. Generally, they're like, oh, the military's too restrictive. I'm going to go out on my own. I just need to be hired to make money. She's sent to this galaxy, to a planet, to uncover this rumored ultimate power. In the process, she's not the only bounty hunter that gets sent. There's like 6 other rival bounty hunters that are sent, and they also want to secure this power before anyone else. The meaning of the ultimate power is never really found out in this game. There's a creature called Gorea that's sealed away in this space, in an interdimensional space, in this cluster somewhere. And basically everything you do to figure out what this ultimate power is brings you closer to unsealing this creature. Defeat Gorea and escape. That's ultimately what it is. Apparently the other hunters are also believed to have escaped, but you never revisit these characters in the series after that. There's plenty of, you'll learn in the Metroid series, there's plenty of other bounty hunters out there that are equally powerful. Well, I don't know about equally, but they're also very strong, very famous, quote unquote. You run across them a couple of times. In Metroid Prime 2, Echoes, you come to the planet Aether. Aether is also affected by an interstellar object that impacts it. This interstellar object impacting the planet caused such a disruption that it actually divided it into 2-dimensional spaces, literally called light aether and dark aether. In this subdimension of dark aether, these creatures called the Ing exist, and this is another interstellar object that is also known as a seed of Phazon to a degree. It starts spreading this Phazon substance across the planet, and its energy is so corruptive that it corrupted the creatures that lived in dark aether. Samus goes there after a distress signal coming from the Galactic Federation starship Tyr was picked up. Samus gets there, finds the entire crew killed by creatures possessed by an evil interdimensional race known as the Ing. She meets several remaining members of the race of Luminoth. They're basically bipedal humanoid moth creatures, and they're called Luminoths because they live off of light energy, and the Ing obviously live off of dark energy. So obviously they're against each other, and the Ing start to invade the light realm to kill off the Luminoths. So she comes across several of these aliens. They help power her up basically, and learns and then basically she has to go through all these tests, trials, whatever, puzzles to unlock getting deeper into the planet. Come to find out, she discovers that the source of these interstellar objects that impact these planets and start spreading this radioactive substance is a planet called Phase. The substance, Phazon, coming from this planet it's a very powerful energy source, but at the same time it's very toxic and corruptive and just ruins everything it touches. Ultimately, you get through all of this stuff, you come to the impact crater of the Phazon, what's later discovered to be called the Leviathans. These Leviathans' sole purpose is to spread Phazon. And you get to the center of this crater, you find the Emperor Ing is what it's called. You find the leader of the Ing creatures, and you find out that the Leviathan had corrupted this leader as a guardian, to guard and defend the impact crater. You destroy the Guardian, and then you destroy the Leviathan object to stop it from spreading Phazon. This triggers the collapse of the Dark Dimension, and you have to make a quick exit, of course, within about 5 minutes of time. So you get out of there, and you find out more of the history behind Phase, which really isn't much, to be fair. And you end up going through another portal, and you run into the final encounter, which is Dark Samus. Dark Samus, turns out, is Metroid Prime mutating after taking the Phazon from your power suit in the previous game. You do battle with Dark Samus. She is a pain, a royal pain, as she should be. And then, again, this triggers the collapse of wherever you're at. I think it's like a pocket dimension, effectively. You flee after fighting Emperor Ing to Dark Samus, and then you flee from Dark Samus to get the hell out back to the light dimension. So you think you defeat Dark Samus. And that's the end of Metroid Prime 2. Metroid Prime 3, it leads directly from 2 to 3, and 3 other bounty hunters are sent out by the Galactic Federation to repair some Aurora units, they call them. Basically some power generators on this planet that you're on, and then you got to investigate some space pirate operations. Over the process, you find out that the pirates are attacking a nearby planet, and the hunters, you go to restore the defense systems, and then find out that a Leviathan that was launched by Dark Samus and the space pirates is now in orbit, and it's basically the space pirates are protecting the Leviathan to force it to impact the planet the planet Norian that you're on. Samus and these bounty hunters go to intercept and end up getting corrupted by Phazon. You're unconscious for a month, and you get a new power suit from the Galactic Federation and a new mission. You got to destroy the remaining Leviathans and find out what happened to the other hunters on 3 worlds that have been infected at this point. You've got Brio, Elysia, Norian, and the pirate homeworld. As you're going through this game, you are becoming more and more corrupted by Phazon, because there's Phazon everywhere. You basically have a timer, which it's story driven, so you don't actually have a real world timer, except at certain parts, or story driven. And you encounter all of these other bounty hunters, and you're forced to kill them because they became completely corrupted. There was nothing you can do. Part of progressing through this story, you're destroying the Leviathans, the Phazon producers, as you go. At the end of the game, after you've done all of this, you go to the planet Phase. You fight Dark Samus, and then you actually fight the planet Phase. It's completely ridiculous, I know, but the planet is actually a being that is so big that it has its own atmosphere and gravitational pull. The planet actually has this, I want to say human, it's a full screen boss when you fight it, but it's just literally you fight Dark Samus, and then you fight this tendril that comes out of the core of the planet and attacks you. And it's a full screen boss, but you got to dodge and do all the same crap you did in Metroid Prime and every other place where you fight a giant boss. You beat it, and when you beat this boss, the planet starts to collapse. Again, 5-minute timer, get the fuck out.